Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 49 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, the primary thing I hope to accomplish is to install a tier 6 version of the void ore miner from Environmental Tech. Now, I actually already have everything all crafted up, so let's make sure I have everything I need. I need 20 modifiers, got 92 environmental tech structure block tier 6, and I have those. I need 56 structure panels. I have those. I need 6 laser cores. I have those, and I need a lens, and I have that. I'm going to use a green lens this time rather than a clear lens, and that is because I need more uranium. In the near future, I would like to make more reactors, not in this building, but I want to make more reactors elsewhere. But right now we're just kind of starved for uranium at times. Actually, it looks like it's doing alright. But in the future I hope to make this even faster so it can process more uranium, and for that I need more uranium. If I use a tier 6 void ore miner, I should be able to, with the green lens here, I should be able to make a lot of uranium. So the first thing I need to do is go down here to my basement, and I'm actually going to have to replace one of these rigs I already have with the tier 6 version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this one right here, and I can go ahead and do that off camera. And I will be back in a little bit after I have a hole in the ground right here. And here we are with my giant hole in the ground, and the first thing I need to do is I need to place down this, and according to my previous the tier 5 version, it needs to be 1 higher. So what I can do is I can put this modular storage device against the ceiling, and then I can put the void ore miner controller right below that, and it should be exactly where I need it. So let's go ahead and try to rotate this thing like that, because that's just how I want it. And then we can go ahead and place this right here. And now let's get our assembler and build it. I might have to exchange the lens here because I may have picked up the clear lens from the previous version, but that should be okay. And hopefully I have my hole big enough for this thing to fit. It's another thing I'm worried about, but okay, I think maybe it's done. Looks like it is. Cool. And it looks like it is formed correctly because the laser is here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whip this out, and I'm going to grab a bunch of stone. Let's throw away all that. And fill in the holes in the floor here real fast. No. Cool. Cool. Have all that done. Did I make this one higher than I intended? I did. I don't think it really... Okay. And I also screwed that up because I accidentally put a stone down here. That needs to not be there. Let me get my builder back. Is it actually not any taller than the other version? Maybe it's not even taller at all. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh, I think it is. I think I just messed up in this placement. You know what? I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to fix this because it kind of bugs my slight OCD. So I will be back here in a couple minutes. And now I have it set up correctly how I want it. It's in the ground, and looks like everything's in place because we got our little laser there. So the next thing I need to do is I need to do some testing to see exactly how much power this thing consumes, because I really have no idea. So what we're going to do is we are going to set a bunch of these around this, a bunch of energy cells, fully charged, and we will have to activate them one by one to see. Actually, hang on, I'm going to do this differently, because I'm going to use this. Let's see here. I'm going to make myself a little platform for me to stand on. And I have five of these guys, so let's set these up with the back. Power to the back. Only. And then we will turn them on one by one to see if, or to see when we start to saturate the energy buffer. I'm fairly certain that it'll be at least 50,000 RF per tick. So let's turn 2 of these guys on. Okay. Yeah, nope. It's more than that. So is it 75? More than that. Is it 100? It looks to be somewhere around 100,000 RF per tick. So, because we're starting to build a buffer here. Also, this thing is making stuff really fast, which is awesome. That's kind of why it's here. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip these out because, okay, so we got kind of a result. Not a perfect result, but it tells us that ballpark we're using somewhere between like 80 and 100,000 RF per tick. And that doesn't look great, but oh well. Next thing I'm going to do is I just need to hook up the item out over here. And I think I'm going to actually hook up several. I think I'm going to do 3. Because this thing is making a lot of stuff really, really fast. So I think 3 servos would definitely be a good thing to have here. So let's get 2 more servos because I only have 1 with me. And boom. I also don't need to use... Oh. For a second there, I thought I had signal-plated impulse item ducts. It's like, I don't need that. Let's grab some more impulse item ducts. I don't need very many, but that's going to take a second to craft up, unfortunately. Oh, that was cool. A little bit of server lag, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I will be back after those are done crafting, because, yeah, we don't need to wait for that. Okay, here we are. We have 15 more. We only needed a few, so that will be good. And that should complete this. Let's see, are we... Good. Things are starting to be pulled out. And looks like we are getting some uranium ore. That's nifty. Okay. Also, between episodes, I increased my power capabilities. I kind of finished out my first power tower over here. So let's go up. Before I had 4 levels, now I have 6. It's the same design as I've used before. I've just built my reactor up. It is... All 12 of the turbines in this building are powered by this one reactor. I have the fuel rod set to 66 on all 3 of these, using resonant ender and graphite in between the fuel rods. It works really, really well. I know I could build a more efficient reactor, especially if I build it bigger, but just having this layout works really well for this building. Using quite a bit of fuel, but remember, we are making a large amount of energy. 10 of these turbines are creating this much energy, and then the remaining 2 are creating quite a bit less because they're a little bit less efficient design, or they had different turbine coils, but that's okay. And let's take a tour over here. See, that's what we want to see. We want to see a backlog. We want to see backlogs everywhere. Okay, the next thing I want to do in this episode is I want to actually expand my crafting down here, because currently we have, I mean, these are kind of big, but we can go bigger. So what I want to do is I want to figure out where I have this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cable across the room, like so. And then we are going to make some bigger crafting processors, because currently, while these are okay, and they have, I think, 128K storage, I want to start building some very, 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 very large recipe things. So to do that, I am going to need to get some of these guys, and by some I mean a lot. So let's say like 200, and I have a bunch of processors built up. I'm probably definitely going to need some more of these in the future, but that's okay. For right now, that's perfectly fine. And let's also make a bunch of these. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make a few small ones over on this side of the covered cable, and then a very monstrous one right in here somewhere. So I'm going to wait for all my stuff to craft up, because it's going to be a hot minute. And I will be back once I have all of that ready and with me. And finally, I have all of this done. It actually took quite a while. Now, I think, let's make these small ones something like, yeah, I think that will work fine. Let's see if the spacing works out very well. It actually works out great. Cool. So let's go ahead and build these ones out. And these will be nice. They're pretty big. They'll be good for about 99% of the things I'm going to be telling the system to craft. However, let's make a giant one. And I'm not kidding when I say giant. And that is because I like to make solar panels from, actually, let's just take a look at the solar panels. I like to make these guys. And unfortunately, these things are massive. And let's just cue one up real fast. It takes 64,000 bytes to make a single one. I like to make these in bunches. They take a huge amount of resources. They take a long time to craft. And yeah, it's just kind of complicated, or not complicated, but it's kind of hard to craft when you don't have something completely massive to do it for you. So that's why I'm building this guy. I would like to get some solar power going in the very near future, so I'm gonna build this guy out. And I could probably use my builder's wand here. Now that I'm, practically done with this structure. Let's see if I can or not. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm glad that didn't crash. I'm not sure if, that would be too big for the structure, or it's... Yes, it looks like it's too big. So, essentially... Oh, that's as big as I can get it. Now let's do this. And I think this should work fine. I think it's just, it has dimensional limits on how far I can go in. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has like a total block limit. I'm pretty sure in the past I built them this big, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to separate this into a few different ones then, because clearly it's not wanting me to do this. So let's try something like this. See if this will let me. Okay, why are you okay? Why are you doing that? Now I'm starting to wonder. Let's see here. No, that shouldn't be an issue. Am I touching anything else? I don't know why it's misbehaving right now. Okay, let's see here. Well, I didn't know this about this mod because, or at least this version of this mod. I'm pretty sure I built structures this big in the past and it's been completely fine. But for right now, it's not wanting me to do that. So let's go back to the drawing boards. Okay, I have another idea of how to build this. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it down here. Okay, let's see here. I wonder if it's not. No, that can't be the case. Okay, let's try one more thing. I'm really confused. Okay, let's try this one more time. I wonder if there's like a limit on coprocessors or something. Okay, I have an idea of what might have been going on. Has nothing to do with like size limits or anything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip this out. I guess I don't even need to click, I can just hold. And then we're gonna grab my wand and go back to work. Because I think what might have been going on is it's registering connected to the AE network in several different places, and it's breaking itself because it's doing that. So let's see if we can't build a super massive one, just like this. Okay. Okay, nope. Once again defeated. Let's see if it will react if I do this. No, it won't. Okay, wow. Once again, I'm really kind of unsure what's going on. Okay, so let's do this. Can we build it like I originally had it, where it's something like, okay, that'll work. That's kind of unfortunate. I wanted to build some behemoth ones, man. So let's go ahead and plot several of these guys out. That actually works pretty well. So let's grab my wand back. This is kind of unfortunate. I wanted to build a few a massive one, and then, but that just won't. It just won't let me. Okay, I don't know why it did that, because this is the same dimensions as that one. Okay. Still really confused. So, let's disconnect this thing altogether. And let's see if we can't build it bigger. Interesting. So it looks like it's conflicting with itself or something of that sort. So I'm gonna build this thing to be huge and not have it connected yet. See how big it'll let me. Okay, cool. I should have done this a long time ago. Unfortunately, apparently I'm a pretty bad troubleshooter, so this is kind of how I had imagined it. Big. Beefy. Now I need to connect it up and see if it will stay. And for that, bam, let's see if it charges up. If it does, we're gonna have like the most massive, awesome thing ever. We're gonna be able to craft whatever we want. Device online, you say? Okay, let's take a look at this. What this guy can do. Okay, I want to build 40 of these guys. I don't have enough rubber. Not even close. Well, that's a bummer. We're gonna have to do something about that. Let's see what we can do. Can we do 10? No, we can't even do 10. Looks like I'm gonna have to build a rubber tree farm again. I had one built earlier, and I haven't really used it in a long time because I've kind of disconnected the rubber assembly part. But it looks like I might have to revisit that idea because let's see if there's any alternative ways to get rubber. There is. There is. Interesting, because I can already make this, and I know I can. Wait, I cannot. That's odd. I'm gonna have to build a centrifuge, but let's see. How much stringing comb do I have? I don't have any. That means I'm processing it. So I should have propolis. I do. I have some. Okay, let's see if we can solve this in the next few minutes. I need to build a carpenter. Or not a carpenter, a centrifuge. And not this type, but this type right here. So bada bing, bada boom. Let me grab some propolis for some testing. Oh, I've added a new little thing over here. I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but let's see. Well, this will not go in the centrifugal separator. That kind of stinks because this is generally a better version of the centrifuge from forestry. However, apparently we can't really use it. What I can try to do, let's see. Let's just slap this up here. Fortunately, this is... I don't really like this because it's slow. But it looks like this might be what we need to use. Oh, wrong thing. And on the other hand, we do get one of the things we need. We need a sticky resin to make rubber. So let's see. I definitely need to, you know what, for right now, I can just put this down here with my other non-permanent builds. Let's see here. Yeah, we can get power. And we need flux duct. We need an exporter. Yep. And we need 2 covered cables, because I actually need to move the centrifuge. Because it needs to be right here. So we can put this here, the centrifuge right here, our export bus saying export this, and then we need item duct. And preferably this with a servo. Whoa, daddy. I didn't even know there was anything over there. And then, yes, okay, that seems to be working. Cool. Now, what I need to do is actually shoot. I need to run over here. Actually, I need to run down here. And I need to replace these with smart cables so I can see what. I need a blue, a green, a white. And smart cables are nice because it allows you to see how many channels you have available. And that's kind of why I've done it up there. That way I know which cables have any channels available. So come on. Need to grab some stone. And I'm doing this because I need to see if I have any spare channels available for one of my systems. Unfortunately, it's taken a really long time for it to update. Connect. Come on. Okay, 32 and 32. That's not really what I wanted to see. But let's see here. Shoot. Because I wanted to do some auto importer stuff. Or auto exporting in something I already have set up. Yeah, the green line's the one that's saturated and it's connected. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do what I wanted because I don't have any channels to do so. Let's see, what can I do? What I can do is not worry about it this episode. Not true. I can do something. Hold on. Okay, what we can do here is we have one more spot here. I can say, actually, this should work out really well. I need to grab sticky resin, and I need to say always keep a bunch of sticky resin, and it should. Now I need a upgrade. I need a pulling upgrade, and I need to pull from the west side. Nope. Let's see here. Pull from the east side. I'm looking east. So if I slap this in here, it should pull in the sticky resin, and it should be able to spit it back out. Nifty. Cool. That should work out really well. And now I need stone to cover in this hole, and then we can go ahead and wrap up this episode. I need 2, not just 1. And that should give me some rubber. It's not going to be a great supply or anything, because I don't have a whole lot of sticky resin incoming. But if I really need to, I can increase my sticky resin production, because I think right now I only have industrious bees that give me the stringy. Actually, let's take a look. Because I need this right here. Oh, diligent, unweary. A lot of things. You know what I can do? I can do something. I can kind of rebreed these guys and use my genetic manipulation off camera to get them to be better, and I can give them production upgrades. And I can do that right now. So diligent, you get production, unweary, industrious, and unweary. So this one, you don't need that. Unweary. So that should give me a little bit more incoming. And like I said, I can kind of genetically manipulate them off camera to get them to be more productive. But for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. In today's episode, I managed to make a tier 6 void ore miner. And that should get me a lot of stuff, especially uranium, which I'll be going over there. I have a system set up to where I can make some solar panels. For right now, let's go ahead and make... Oh, so close. Let's go ahead and make the 7 that I can make. I think I can make 7, yeah. See, it's a large project. It takes 36,000 iron ingots. Yeah, a lot of stuff. But let's go ahead. Look at that. Let's go ahead and queue that up. Maybe. Is there a reason why this won't let me do this? There we go. Okay. I built the void ore miner tier 6. I built a humongous crafting processor, and I've got some automated rubber production going. It's not great, but I should get some more rubber in the future. But for right now, let's see how much iron I have. I have 7.2 million iron ingots, and our processing is working fairly well, and we still have a monster backlog, but it's very slowly getting whittled down. But for right now, this is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.